Hello, today we are talking about how Job lost everything and then God restored double. Imagine waking up tomorrow and discovering your job is gone. Your investments collapsed. Your business failed. Everything you spent years building, gone in a moment. For many people today, that scenario isn't hypothetical. It's layoffs. It's market crashes. It's businesses closing. But thousands of years ago, one man experienced the ultimate financial collapse. His name was Job. And his story might be the most powerful lesson about faith and finances ever recorded. Because Job didn't just lose everything. He experienced one of the greatest comebacks in history. Job wasn't struggling financially. He was extremely successful. He had massive wealth for his time. Thousands of animals, many servants. Large land holdings. In modern terms, Job would have been like someone who owned multiple businesses. Real estate investments. A thriving financial portfolio. He was respected, successful, and spiritually faithful. But then something unexpected happened. In a single day, disaster struck. Raiders attacked his property. Fire destroyed his livestock. His servants were killed. And the most devastating loss of all? His children died in a tragic storm. In just hours, Job lost his income sources, his workforce, his financial security, his family. Everything he built was gone. Practical connection. This is what financial collapse feels like today. One phone call, your position has been eliminated. One email, your business loan was denied. One economic crash, your investments lose half their value. People who looked stable suddenly find themselves asking, how did everything fall apart so fast? Job understood that feeling long before modern economies existed. Here's what makes Job's story shocking. He didn't react the way most people do when finances collapse. He didn't curse God. He didn't blame others. Instead, Job said something remarkable. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away, blessed be the name of the Lord. Think about how radical that is. Practical connection. When financial loss hits today, people often respond with anger, blame, bitterness, despair. But Job shows a different response. Faith in uncertainty. This doesn't mean pretending loss doesn't hurt. Job grieved deeply. But he refused to let financial loss destroy his relationship with God. Before we continue, stay with me, because later in this video, I'm going to show you 3 mistakes people make after financial loss that actually delay their recovery. Many people unknowingly make these mistakes after layoffs, business failures, or market crashes. And those mistakes keep them stuck longer than necessary. But first, we need to see what happened next in Job's story. Kindly subscribe to our channel and turn on post notifications to never miss our next video. As if losing everything wasn't enough, Job's suffering continued. His health collapsed. His friends accused him. Even his wife told him to give up on God. Job's life became a season of pain, confusion, silence from God. Practical connection. Many people today live in similar seasons. You pray, but nothing changes. You try to rebuild, but doors stay closed. You apply for jobs, but hear nothing back. And the hardest part? Feeling like God is silent during your financial crisis. But Job teaches us something powerful. Silence does not mean absence. God was still working behind the scenes. Eventually, the story turns. After Job endured the hardest season of his life, God intervened. And something incredible happened. God restored Job's fortunes. But not just what he lost. Double the livestock. Renewed family. Long life filled with blessing. His ending was greater than his beginning. Practical connection. This doesn't mean every financial loss will result in double wealth. But Job's story reveals something deeper. Loss is not always the end of your story. Many successful people today experience devastating failure first. Businesses collapsed before the breakthrough. Careers ended before new opportunities appeared. Sometimes the collapse forces a new direction God already knew you needed. Now remember the mistakes I mentioned earlier. These are the 3 mistakes that often keep people stuck after financial collapse. Mistake 1: letting fear paralyze them. After loss, many people become afraid to take any risk again. Practical statement. Fear can keep you stuck longer than the financial loss itself. Mistake 2: defining themselves by their failure. People often think, I failed. My business collapsed. My career is over. Practical statement. One failed season does not define your entire future. Mistake 3: losing faith during the rebuilding season. Some people trust God when things are going well, but abandon their faith when things fall apart. Practical statement. The rebuilding season often requires more faith than the prosperity season. If you're experiencing financial hardship right now, if you've lost a job, if your business collapsed, if your savings disappeared, remember the story of Job. His worst chapter wasn't the end of his life. And your current financial season may not be the end of your story either. Because sometimes the season where everything falls apart is the very season where God begins rebuilding your future. Kindly like, share and comment. Subscribe and turn on post notifications to stay tuned for our next video. God bless you.